Hey folks, it's Patriot Nurse, and I've gotten a whole bunch of questions related to antibiotic sales and the new regulations that the FDA is forcing down on people, and the antibiotics are not going to be available next year. Pause and take a big deep breath, guys. Let me explain something, okay? These new directives from the FDA that are affecting the sale without a prescription of antibiotics, they affect food-producing animals only, okay? It even says that in their primary source documents, and I'll put that down here in the description box below so that you guys can read this for yourselves, okay? And this comes as I've got my inbox was flooded today with students who are like, hey, they're going to ban this stuff. Listen, no, that's not the case. The rumor mill has gone on steroids here. I think people are well-meaning and trying to encourage folks to be self-sufficient and store these things, but you have to understand something, guys. The facts are important, and just because information spreads easily, we do need to check and make sure that they're factually accurate statements. And the FDA what is true is that the FDA is restricting purchase of antibiotics without a prescription for food-producing animals, which is the term for livestock, right? Food-producing animals. And it even says so in their primary source documents here, which I'm going to link to, of course. But I think this is... And before I go forward, I actually had a phone call today with one of the leading retailers of online fish antibiotics, okay, and asked them, okay, like, what are you guys seeing? Are you going to be affected, et cetera? Their response was, we're purchasing the same amount. However, we are seeing a huge uptick because people are panicking. You don't have to panic, guys, okay? The stuff that is over the counter at Tractor Supply, that'll probably be affected. But if it's not for food producing animals, then it's not affected by the new FDA regulations. Okay. I'm not a fan of regulations. Okay. Lest you think that I'm like, yay for slavery and yay for keeping people in perpetual serfdom. No, no, but we do need to pause and take a breath here. And honestly, this serves as a great teaching point. Okay. I'm not trying to be critical of people. I'm really not. I'm just trying to admonish you to be wise. Okay. Do you remember a few months ago how people were like sending all this crap down the line about how the ATF is going to, ban this, that, and the other because the way cellulose storing and this, it was a whole bunch of bull. Do you remember when there's the whole fear with Zika, like, oh my gosh, Zika is going to be this huge thing? And do you remember what I came out and said? It's not like I'm a Patriot Nurse is some sort of prophet. It's just put your nose to the papers and look at them, right? Zika was trumped up to get federal funding for stuff. That's all it was. It wasn't a huge deal. Ta-da, right? But a note about antibiotics, okay? Do I think it's wise to have your own stored supply? Yes, I do. But you have to understand something, okay? There are many different antibiotics. They require a completely different set of dosage instructions for each different drug, okay, and for different conditions of the patient, all right? These are not candy, and you can seriously hurt people if you do them wrong, all right? And they're restricted nowadays because we have a huge problem with multi-drug resistant bacteria, multi-antibiotic resistant bacteria, okay? So, am I a big fan of people being self-sufficient and having their stuff? You bet. But guys, with freedom comes responsibility, okay? And the consequences for screwing that up can be very, very bad. So don't be cavalier with them. If you're going to store them, then you better do your due diligence and store up either a physician's drug reference, a PDR, or a nurse's drug guide along with it. And I'll put a link in the description box below to make it easy for you. But you can breathe a big sigh of relief. Don't worry for Thanksgiving. Spend your money on what you deem is important. But let's be diligent as a group of people. We have a serious problem. This is me on a little bit of a stump speech here. We have a serious problem with the rumor mill in the preparedness community. People will hear something and it spreads like wildfire, right? They don't fact check it. They don't look it up. I see this just from being on my end. I see this in lots of different manifestations. Okay. So big sigh of relief. It's just livestock. Okay. I'm not a huge fan of regulations in general. Okay. But chill out. It's okay. All right. I hope it was helpful for you guys. Check out those primary source documents. Read it for yourself. Okay. Hopefully it will assuage a little bit of the panic. Have a great Thanksgiving. For now, it's Patriot Nurse signing off. I'll see you guys later. Bye.